A statistic appears over everyone's head, visible to everyone. What statistic do you choose to see over everyone's head? Lies told to me. I like this one. Especially because if they lie to you, you'll see their number go up. Up until the point your soul looks over and says, I love you, and the count goes up. Lifespan. It would be freaky if we all had Shinigami eyes. You could start a game show and invite people with a couple moments left to guess how they'll croak. NGL, I wasn't expecting any anime references. The odds they would say yes if I asked them out. Oh boy, that would help me learn to count to 0. Yeah, but once you find someone to love, isn't that terrible temptation? Like Tinder, how can you commit when so many attractive people would say yes if you asked them out? This is gonna be boring compared to everyone else's, but their name, with the name they'd prefer me to address them as in parentheses. I'm so terrible with names, and if I'm put on the spot I tend to panic a bit and struggle with the name. I've forgotten family names, and I feel ashamed because of it. One less thing to struggle with would be so nice. Yeah, all these horn dogs like, how can I use this for sex? Guys, after you get 3 or 4 venereal diseases, this statistic is going to be a lot less valuable to you. A built-in name tag, though? Always handy. Except at a masquerade. I just always talk like I know their name without ever saying it. I have found that while talking to someone there is no reason to use their name. The only reason to know is when talking about them to someone else, then just go, that person over there. Percentage chance I could successfully defend myself against them in a weaponless fight to the death. Feel like that would be abused by robbers and stuff. Yeah, but then you start seeing things with weirdly high probability of failure, and sure, now you know not to get into a fight with that quadriplegic octogenarian, but you'll also be forever curious as to how. A HP bar. No, I like it when people don't know that I'm hiding a limp. Nice. Wish I could upvote. Minutes since they washed their hands. Why not a display of the virus particles in their body? Or better yet, number of communicable diseases they currently carry. Then, you can just toss them into the nearest hospital, leper colony and not worry about how often they washed their hands. This would certainly help stop the spread of coronavirus. The compatibility between them and me, so I don't waste my time trying to befriend them. I miss the elementary school dynamics, when we befriend someone just because we liked the same colors. Yeah, screw those crazy colors. Let's be friends. Lol, I thought you were talking about race at first. How many times they've had sexual thoughts about me. Until you find out people think about you to keep from finishing. That could be quite depressing. Percent chance of dying at that exact second. If you see a bunch of people with high numbers and one person with a low number, you can get out of there quick, hopefully with your life. Just imagine, you'll be sitting in AP Calculus and you see the quiet kid rustling through his bag and suddenly everyone's percentages in the room go up to 85. But you only get a second to react. I feel like that wouldn't give you many options. Bars of soap eaten. At least half the people would be at 0 their entire lives. Not mine, but most people. How open you are to conversation. Some quiet, introvert people would love to chat, but are afraid to approach. Yeah, that would be so useful. Even just for the opposite reason, if you are already talking but they are no longer interested. Number of fucks left to give. Then you would just waste your time trying to pry that one lonely fuck from someone. What the, negative. DBR. Douchebag ratio, ethical plus moral decisions dismissed, ethical plus moral decisions possible. Whose ethics are we being judged on? Mine or yours? I too choose the DBR. Mental health. It would be a helpful stat to see, as sometimes depression symptoms and signs go unnoticed. It'd be nice to know when my buddies are struggling if I don't see it immediately. Obligatory thank you kind stranger. Would be nice to be able to see my own. would help narrow down what works. I feel like if I were depressed I would just isolate myself further in that case. MW2KD. Wanna 1v1. A gay meter so I can figure out who I have a chance with. Sometimes it's hard to tell. With a name like Buffalo Wonder Pole I'd give you a chance, lol. Technically, you have a chance with everyone, gay or not. How much they like me. All of them. 0. Real emotions. An XP bar indicating how long they have been alive and their experiences. Ranking on the Kinsey scale. Number of lies told. Reddit karma. Unprosecuted murders committed. Times nutted to family members. I was going to say times nutted but you found a way to make it cursed. An unexpected problem has occurred in Alabama.x. Number of kind, positive and helpful actions they've taken that day. I'd definitely seek their friendship. Intent ratio. A stat showing whether they are genuine or just meh or intentionally bullshitting in whatever they are currently doing. It's just a scrolling list showing the last 3 intents that updates as they change. Would be scary insightful. Weakness stat. I will rule the sheep. Kill count. Number of times that someone has masturbated. Your homie goes to use the bathroom but comes out with +1 point. When someone looks at my number. Why is there an infinity symbol above your head? Hygiene, health maybe like a rated out of 10. Basically I want to know if this person washes their hands and if I'm gonna get the flu just because I'm sitting next to them. Also not here to get second-hand stank if you know what I mean. How many times they've watched Breaking Bad. It's your cake day good sir. How many reposts per minute on Reddit. How likely they are to get freaky right then and there, it's time to get it on. Oh dear. Their AD and AMP D alignment. Chaotic asshole for 90% of murder hobos encountered. This question gives me anxiety. Anxiety meter. Mine would be 10 constantly. How long since the last time they masturbated? This, just so I know who to avoid a handshake with. This would just make a lot of wives and girlfriends mad. Or result in a lot of sexual frustration. No sir, I do not like it. How much people really live me. How many lies they've told in a day. Number of people who truly care about them. It would be reassuring to see for most people. For those poor 1% however. Yikes. How many times they've fapped. The number better have space for 6 digits. I'm sorry to say but mine would be in the negatives. Integer overflow problem. Likelihood to have sex with person they're looking at. How many % they find me attractive. The % of interest they had in me. How dangerous they are. Drama score. As in 89% means you're a hell of a drama queen. 15% means you don't mind the gossip but you don't have time for the BS. This way I could stay away from everyone higher than a 20% drama level and my life would be so much more tolerable. That could get confusing. I am the worst drama queen online, but never get into that stuff in the real world. I would be in the 80s but it's not obvious to anyone who knows me in real life. Snap-o-meter overhead that shows just how close you are to losing your shit. Mine would occasionally jump to 95% for no discernible reason. That meter would be pretty useful so whoever's in frustration range can go, oh shit, abort. IQ. I have a feeling many of the people posted to I am very smart would have numbers that do not correlate to what they might think. -3 gang. How many numbers appear over everyone's head posts they've made on writing prompts, so I can kick them in their hacky shins. The number of times they have been mean to someone that can't assist or enable them. X, Y, Z times dirty tree. My favorite number, 69. How many times they've picked their nose, and ate it. Number of sexual partners, would be easier to see if your partner cheated on you and all the people who claim to be super studs. How big of an asshole a person is. Represented by the size of a picture of an actual asshole. How bad they need to poop. How many people they've slept with. -1. Karma. Number of killed. Imagine going normally through your day and some ordinary John walks by with a 1 or 2 over their head. Special scores. The number of times they have seen this same question posted to our AskReddit. That way, I can identify the people who haven't seen it yet and show them the other 23,842 times it's been asked so they won't ask it again. My pain level, since most people don't believe I'm in pain all of the time. Cock sizes. Either IQ or amount of lies told. Their USMLE Step 1 score. Number of crimes committed.